This is HBU Huskies women's basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Huskies basketball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, Marriott Houston West Chase, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John's, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. The DNA Husky Sports Network is your home all season long for Huskies women's basketball. And right now it's just about game time, so let's head out to the arena.
Hi everybody, Bill Cousins with you from Sharp Gym on the campus of HBU. As tonight the Huskies will take on the UCA Sugar Bears. A big Southland Conference game as both teams try to get back into the hunt for Katy next month in the Southland tournament. The Huskies are coming off a 65-53 loss at Stephen F. Austin last Wednesday. The Huskies were in that game most of the way and fell with some rogue ponytails throughout in the second half and fell back for a 12-point loss. The Sugar Bears, though, are coming off a very impressive 75-33 win at Southeast Louisiana last Saturday up in Conway, a team that the Huskies lost to in Hammond earlier or late last month. The Huskies in Central Arkansas tonight from Sharp. Our interview with Donna Finney, head coach of the Huskies, is coming up. You're listening to Husky Basketball, powered by DNA Studios.
Houston Federal Credit Union and Houston Baptist University have joined forces to put the howl back in your finances. HFCU offers several products and services such as auto loans, mortgages, and credit cards. And HFCU has a financial education program, Elevate, which is tailored to helping you increase your financial knowledge. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Coming to you in Living Cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
I didn't believe I could do it. The weight seemed too heavy. My competitors were too fast. I lacked motivation, and then I found the Hulk t-shirt. I transformed myself and believed that I could conquer the competition. Now everybody takes me serious because I demand them to. If I can do it, you can do it. Under Armour Alter Ego. Transform yourself.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs.
Back when we were firemen, when it came to food, we said it better be something good and a lot of it.
That's what you get at Firehouse Subs. Take our hook and ladder sub. Smoked turkey breasts, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese, all steam heated and piled high on a toasted sub roll.
Our way beats their way. If you don't agree, it's free.
You're going to cover that, right?
My money's on the sub.
Love the confidence.
Firehouse Sub, founded by firemen.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
This is the Huskies pregame show with head coach Donna Finney. Donna, tonight Central Arkansas is in town, and there's kind of a mirror image between the Huskies and the Sugar Bears because of smaller rosters for whatever reason tonight. The Huskies, because of some injuries.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have had 3 concussions in the last 5 or 6 days, which, as a coach, you scratch your head and wonder how those things happen all at the same time. But, we TK had her nose broken and got a concussion in the SFA game, and Shannon went down in the SFA game she was diving for a loose ball. And then Bria got hit in practice on Monday and she's out. So hopefully we'll get at least 1 or 2 back for Saturday, but obviously they won't be suited up today.
So that'll put a lot of pressure on your guards that are healthy, Megan Valdez-Crater and Sophie Taylor especially.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to rely a lot on those two, but also hope that Julia can have a game like she does in practice. And we've kind of talked about how she's the one kid that gives us so much every day in practice, and it hasn't quite translated into her play in conference play yet, but she gives us great effort every day, hits shots. So we're hoping that tonight's the night that she shows that in gameplay.
Inside, you're getting Lauren Calver back, so that's a positive.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Lauren, she comes back, and we may have to put her on the wing tonight, depending on how things go. I mean, they all know that given the situation, they may have to play out of position tonight, and we just got to do whatever it takes to be able to stay and compete in the game.
Well, UCA has been right at the top of the conference the last few years. This year they're struggling somewhat, but they still have some quality kids.
Yeah, they do, and I think Camry Orr is one of the best scorers in the conference, and tough to guard. She does a really great job in transition, and that's something that we talked about for today and for Saturday, that we've got to do a much better job with our transition defense, and her in particular, being able to get to the rim and score. But I think I've been most impressed with who would have been their role players, really. Maddie Goodner has been giving them good minutes, has started shooting the ball a lot better recently. Bostich hit some shots against Southeastern the other day, and that's allowed them to stretch the floor a little bit. They hadn't been hitting perimeter shots, and now they are. So, they've got some kids that can really stretch it, and then they've got a couple of kids that can get to the rim really well. So it's going to be, a balanced scoring attack for them, but our focus has to be on stopping them in transition. That's huge.
Looking at their win over Southeastern, that was a blowout win, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But they didn't miss a shot until the second quarter.
Yeah, and it's funny, but before I watched the game, I saw the box score, and I looked at that and thought, wow, they were 9 for 9 in the first quarter. And, everything was falling for them. They just executed very well. Interestingly, they were running a very different offense than they normally do, and executed really, really well in it. And I think they ran way more continuous offense in that game than they have been. They've been running a lot of ISO, and I think partly because, one of their point guards is out at the moment, Taylor Sells. It looks like she's in a boot, and she's not going to be suited up tonight. So that kind of takes them out of the ability to have her and Orr in ISO looks, and they went more to the continuous play, and that's when they hit those shots. So, yeah.
When an opposing team has had a go-to player like Orr is for UCA, you've been able to put Amanda Johnson on her, and Amanda has done some wonderful jobs defensively this year. Will that be the case again tonight?
Yeah, it is, and I don't think that's something they'll expect, but, given that Megan and Sophie are going to have to do so much on the offensive end in terms of handling the ball, we decided that we're going with our bigger guard on Orr. She can shoot the mid-range, but she isn't that tall, so I think having that bigger guard on her will mean that we can contest those mid-range shots that she gets. And Amanda's done a good job of understanding not opening her hips and letting her get to the rim, so she'll start off on her tonight.
We're going to get away from basketball for a second. The HBU family lost a great supporter this week in Bob Hall, Mary Ellen Hall's father. And I know you want to join me in sending out condolences to Mary Ellen.
Oh, yeah, and we'll be there tomorrow morning at the service. Unfortunately, we couldn't go tonight, obviously, but she knows that we would have been there, and I think, it's great, all the support she's getting from everybody at HBU, and they're playing in Natchitoches when we're there next week, so we'll get a chance to go and support them a little bit, but, she has a lot of support from all of the coaching staff in the athletic department here.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Donna Finney, the head coach of the Huskies. I'll be back with starting lineups and the tip of tonight's game against UCA coming up on the Husky Sports Network.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers in Houston believe keeping America's families strong is vital. We believe Houston competes in a global economy, so we must construct buildings to last. We believe training for 10,000 hours counts for something. Most important, we believe in each other. We don't know what the competition believes, and most times, neither do you. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Four Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man, and the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Here's a toast to all you Caniacs. You are ever faithful aficionados of premium, fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers from Raising Cane's. Keen connoisseurs of Cane's crispy, extra-long, premium crinkle-cut fries. You who are dedicated to the made-fresh daily cane sauce that twirls tongues in a tastefully tangy tango. Topped off with a little slice of heaven from the goodness of the griddle. We toast you all from Raising Cane's. One love.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Morning, egg white omelet. Sup, Lady Bacon?
Fruit.
There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Bill Cousins back with you here at Sharp Gym. The team starting to line up for our invocation and our anthem. Remind you that HBU 7-13 on the season. The Huskies have lost their last couple of games. They are 2-8 in Southland play, while Central Arkansas is 9-12 overall, and they are 4-7 in Southland Conference play. After today, the Huskies remain home. They have a Saturday afternoon game against Nichols, the defending Southland Conference tournament champion. That's a 2 o'clock game on Saturday. Next week, we go on the road for an unusual Thursday game at Northwestern State up in Natchitoches. Central Arkansas, meanwhile, is off on Saturday. Next Wednesday, they will host McNeese up in Conway. Getting ready now for our invocation, and Wayne's going to give that here in about 15 seconds, it looks like, by the clock. UCA leads this series 8-2, and they won last year in Conway 64-56. HBU's latest win was a 21-point decision, 51-37 on January 15th of 2015 here at Sharp. Now our invocation.
We offer an invocation for tonight's game, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Dear gracious and almighty Father in heaven, we thank you for the opportunity to participate in this competition, and we thank you for those who have come out to cheer and support us. We pray for your protection over each team, and that you may keep them from injury or harm. We thank you for the love you give us through your Son, Jesus Christ, and it's in his name we pray. Amen. Now please remain standing as we honor America and all those who protect her with the playing of our national anthem.
Bill Cousins back with you here at Sharp Gym. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. Central Arkansas, as we said, 9-12 overall, 4-7 in Southland play. The Sugar Bears are coached by the veteran Sandra Rushing in her 7th season in Conway, 138 up and 72 down. This is her 29th season as a college head coach. She's won 541 games. Alana Kennedy is one forward for the Sugar Bears, a 5'11 freshman from Sherwood, Arkansas, averaging 5 points and 2.5 rebounds a game. Other inside player is Hannah Longi, 6'2 sophomore from Hardin, Kentucky, 6 points and 5 rebounds a game. Outside, their leading scorer is Camry Orr, a 5'6 senior from Little Rock, transfer from Northeast Oklahoma A&M Junior College. She is their only player in double figures, averaging just under 16 points and just over 4 rebounds a game. The other guard's Maddie Gugner, a 5'7 junior from Greenwood, Arkansas, 2.7 points and 1.2 rebounds a game. And Eleni Fisher, a 5'8 senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, by way of Colleyville Community College, just under 5 points and 3.5 rebounds a game. HBU 7 up, 13 down this year, 2-8 in Southland play. Donna Finney, the head coach, in her 6th season here on Fontran. 64-103 is her record. Her assistants are Lauren Tippett, Becca Allison, and Precious Ivy. The basketball ops is Rory Anton, and the athletic trainer is Hannah Stelzer. Taylor Colmorgan is one inside player, a 6-foot sophomore, third-year sophomore from Second Baptist High School here in Houston. 6.2 points and even 6 rebounds a game. And Kennedy Collins will get the start in the middle, a 6'1 senior from Bastrop's Cedar Creek High School, 3.3 points, 2.9 rebounds. Outside, Sophie Taylor will be at one wing, a 5'9 junior from Round Rock's Westwood High School, just under 10 points and 2.8 rebounds a game. Running the point will be Megan Valdez-Crater, a 5'6 sophomore from San Antonio's Lady Bird Johnson High School. She's averaging 10.9 points, 4.4 rebounds. And the other wing, Amanda Johnson, the 6'1 senior from Georgetown, 12.6 points, 2 rebounds a game. And she'll have probably the defensive assignment against Camry Orr here tonight. This is the latest Southland game to start tonight. There are, how many of them here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already underway. Jennifer White is our lead official tonight, assisted by Kurt Overton and Brian Morrow. Huskies out on the floor. Sugar Bears with their final huddle across the way. Huskies wearing their white unis with blue numbers and lettering, orange trim, while UCA wearing black uniforms with purple numbers and gold trim. Kennedy and Cole-Morgan leap, and Kennedy controls the opening tip for UCA, and we're underway. Goodner running the point for UCA. Gets it over back to Kennedy. Her jump shot off the glass is no good, but we're going to have an over-the-back call against Lange. First team foul, 19 seconds in. Megan Valdez-Crater against full court pressure. High post is Kennedy Collins. Valdez-Crater drives in. Cole-Morgan with a long shot. It's no good, but Kennedy Collins gets the rebound. A three put up by Valdez-Crater. Cole-Morgan cannot handle the rebound, and it goes to UCA. We've played 45 seconds and nobody's scratched yet. Jump shot no good. Valdez-Crater with the rebound. She's guarded by Fisher out front. Sophie Taylor in front of the UCA bench. Sophie drives in. Now we're going to have a foul on an illegal pick by Collins. And the first team foul by the Huskies. Turnover gives the ball back to UCA. As Goodner inbounds to Camry Orr. This is Fisher. Now Goodner once again. Lange way out front. Orr drives in. Bounce pass to the baseline. That is Fisher with two, or Kennedy. First points of the game belong to UCA. Sophie Taylor kicks it back out to Valdez-Crater as Fisher guards her. Collins drives into the lane, loses it, but picks it up, now puts up a shot, and she is fouled as the shot went up, and that's going to be kind of a bailout foul on Lange. That is her second foul, and it'll put Kennedy Collins at the line for a pair. Kennedy, not a great free throw shooter at 50%. And she makes the first one. First point of the game for the Huskies. Alexis Thomas checks in, a 6'3" junior from Horn Lake, Mississippi. And Lange sits down. Natalia Guarda is at the table, and she'll come in now for Collins.
Checking in for the Huskies, number 25, Natalia Guarda.
Guarda, 6'3" senior from Alexandro, Poland, 4.5 points, just under 4 rebounds. First tie of the game, we're tied at 2 as Goodner hands off to Fisher. Up front, that is Thomas. Brings Guarda way out defensively. Or passed it over to Kennedy, and it went right through her hands, and the turnover gives HBU the ball back with 7:44 left in the first period. Full court pressure by the Sugar Bears, but coming back across the timeline is Valdez, and she drives in, hands off to Cole-Morgan, and she has to dribble back out to the arc. Now up front. And Cole Morgan with 2. Huskies with a 4-2 lead. Orr tries a 3. It's good. Orr had 23 in that win over Southeastern Louisiana the other night. Sugar Bears back on top. Here's Valdez Crater, and the Huskies are back on top. 6-5 HBU, 6:50 to go in the first period. Or over by the Husky bench. There's a tip away by Guarda, and almost a steal, but Taylor retains possession, gets it over to Cole Morgan. Entry to Guarda. Her shot is no good, but now the foul. It's going to be on Cole Morgan coming across. Second team foul against the Huskies. And the substitution for UCA is Antonija Bosic, a 5'10 senior from Croatia. And Kennedy will sit down. Huskies with a 6-5 lead. We've been seesawing back and forth here the last couple of minutes. Orr gets it across the timeline. The Huskies in a man-to-man. Bosic hands off. Orr, entry pass again is intended. Oh, here we go, and a turnover as the Huskies could not get the outlet pass. As Guarda had stolen it away, tipped it away from Thomas. There's Fisher driving into Bosic. Out front, that's Camry from the free throw line. And Camry Orr's got 5 points. And we seesawed once again, 7-6 UCA. Guarda in the lane. Shot off the glass is no good, and Orr gets the rebound for UCA. She drives in all the way, and the layup is good, and she's got 7 points. 9-6 UCA, and now a steal as Valdez turns it over. Now Orr driving to the free throw line, and it's stolen away. Yes, Valdez Crater picks it up. And the Huskies driving in. Entry pass goes to Amanda Johnson, and her layup is good on the assist from Taylor. UCA with a 1-point lead, 9-8. Under 5 minutes to go as Camry drives in. She's checked. Thomas underneath, tried to get it up, and she was fouled. And she'll have a couple of free throws when we come back from this media timeout. 4:48 left, 9-8 UCA on the Husky Sports Network.
Do you know how fast you were going, son?
Call me Ed.
Do you know how fast you were going, Ed?
You mean exactly?
Yes, exactly.
No, not exactly. How fast?
Fast.
Fast, sir?
You were going very fast.
Fast is my job, officer.
Fast is your job?
Yes, sir.
What kind of job?
I deliver, sir.
What do you deliver?
The world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
I thought Jimmy John's had the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
Jimmy John's does have the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
So you deliver for Jimmy John's?
I deliver for Jimmy John's.
So do you always deliver fast?
I always deliver fast.
How fast?
I deliver subs so fast you freak.
It's not smart to freak a cop, son.
You didn't order Jimmy John's sub, sir.
So if I did order a Jimmy John's sub, when would I get it?
Now.
What if I don't want it now?
Then call later.
Or I can pick it up myself.
Or you can pick it up yourself.
Because I'm pretty fast, too.
I'm sure you are, sir.
Very fast.
I believe you, sir.
Faster than you.
No way, sir.
Way faster.
In your dreams.
You dissing me, son?
No, sir, I'm polite.
Fast and polite?
Very polite and very, very fast.
Is that a challenge, son?
No, sir, it's a fact.
Let's burn rubber, kid.
It wouldn't be fair.
Why not?
You've got a fully blown V8 Camaro with slicks and headers.
So?
I've got a 10-speed bike.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Huskies shooting 43%, 3 of 7 from the field. They missed their only 3-point attempt, but they made both their free throws. This will be the first free throw for UCA, and it'll be Thomas at the line. Junior from Horn Lake, Mississippi, by way of Wright State University in Ohio. She is a 46% free throw shooter. And that'll go down. She misses the first one. UCA is 4 of 6 from the field, or with their only three-pointer. She makes the second, her first point, and Carly Hudspeth comes in. Thomas is going to sit down. Hudspeth, a 5'11 freshman from Grenada, Mississippi. 10-8, UCA, as Sophie Taylor drives in, puts up a layup shot. It won't fall, but she was fouled. And that was Fisher on the foul. Nope, it was on Goodner. That's the third team foul against UCA. Sophie Taylor will be at the line. Sophie, a 72% free throw shooter in the Huskies' first 20 games this year. And misses the first one off the back rim. Lauren Calver comes in now. Lauren hasn't played in a while because of a knee problem. But Lauren, a 6'1 junior from Helensburgh, New South Wales, averaging just under 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. Guarda set down. Second free throw by Taylor is good, and that's her first point. 10-9, 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. Shay Johnson also is in for UCA, a 5'5 freshman from Byhalia, Mississippi. And Julia Vujakovic in for the Huskies, 5'11 freshman from Luxembourg. Calver on the wing, high post Cole Morgan, hands off to Vujakovic, and she dribbles it off her foot. So the turnover is the fourth for the Huskies. UCA comes back with that 1 point lead. Now we have a travel called against Shay Johnson. And that is the sixth turnover against UCA. UCA with full court pressure. Valdez Crater behind the back against Johnson. She drives past Johnson, now drives in, puts up a layup shot. It is good, and she's fouled. Megan's got 4. The Huskies are back on top. That's the 5th lead change. Fisher charged with that one, and that is the 4th team foul against UCA. Goodner and Kennedy come back in. Valdez Crater with 1 free throw, and it's good. And the Huskies, with that conventional three-point play, now lead 12-10. There's a drive in by Orr, and she was fouled. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but she'll have a couple of free throws. Vujakovic charged with a foul. That is the 4th. So both teams with 4. And it means the rest of this half, everybody be shooting free throws. The rest of this quarter, that is. Orr misses the first free throw. Rattled. Her second one is good. So she's got 8 of the Sugar Bears' 11 points. Give and go. Nice play. Valdez gets it to fall. A good assist from Cole Morgan. And timeout call by Sandra Rushing with 3:31 left in the first period. We will not go away here. The Huskies with that 14-11 lead. This is the start of a very busy weekend for HBU athletics. Baseball with its first season opening series this weekend. The baseball team will host Northeastern Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Softball with a split doubleheader on Saturday against Texas Southern at 1 and then Brown University at 3. Track with a short squad running in the Aggie Twilight Invitational in College Station indoor track Saturday afternoon. And then, of course, Saturday, the men and women's basketball doubleheader here against Nichols. Goodner and Orr in the backcourt for UCA. Orr comes across. Hesitation, and she loses control of it, and Kohlmorgen picks it up, and we're going to have a held ball underneath as Orr and Kohlmorgen tie it up, and it'll be the Huskies' ball on the alternating possession. Housework done. Huskies trying to add to their largest lead. 14-11 is the score, 3-point lead. UCA drops back into half court as Orr will pick up Valdez Crater across the timeline. Megan drives in, gets it back out to Kohlmorgen. She's looking for Calver underneath. Lauren spins, shot off the glass is no good. Rebound comes down to Lauren, and she has to dribble out to the corner. Valdez Crater fights. Here's Vjakovic with a three. It's no good. And Kennedy got the rebound for UCA. Orr drives in. Shot off the glass is good, and she's got 10. 14-13 HBU, 2:40 left in the first period. This is Sophie Taylor driving baseline. Shot is no good. It's blocked by UCA, but Goodner was on the baseline when she came down. With both hands, they do a reset on the shot clock. Hannah Lange, playing with 2 fouls, comes back in. And Kennedy will sit down. HBU with the ball underneath its own basket. There's Vjakovic with a three from the corner. A little bit short, and Orr gets the rebound for UCA. This is Goodner at the top of the key. Fisher gets it back out to Lange. Jump shot from the lane is no good, and Taylor got the rebound for HBU. Valdez Crater drives in. Layup shot a little out of control there, and HBU gives the ball back to UCA as Orr has a layup that goes off the rim, and now Fisher got the rebound, and she was fouled underneath. Vjakovic with her second foul and a 5th team foul, and 1:52 left in the period. Fisher will be at the line, and a 73% free throw shooter, shooting a pair. As Calver wants to adjust that knee brace and gives it back out to Hannah on the bench. Says, I'm fine with it. First free throw is no good by Fisher. Amanda Johnson comes back in, and making her first appearance is Veronica Kirienko, the 6'4 senior from Uzbekistan. Just under 5 points and just under 5 rebounds a game. Second free throw is good by Fisher, and that ties us at 14, our second tie of the game, along with 5 lead changes. Here's Kirienko on the wing. Taylor drives in. Shot off the glass is no good, and the rebound comes down to Lange. Here is Orr driving in. Kicks it back out. Lange back over to Goodner, and she's going to hand off to Orr to restart the offense with 16 on the shot clock. High post, Lange's extended out a little bit. 7 now. Here's Orr with the three, and it's no good. And Amanda Johnson gets the rebound. Taylor working against Goodner. Kirienko underneath to Kohlmorgen, but an extra hop. And turnover number 6 against the Huskies. 14 each, less than a minute to go in the first period here at Sharp. Cameron Orr looking, passes over in the corner to Fisher. Now here's a three put up by Bosic, and Kirienko protects the rebound. About 8 seconds difference in the shot clock and the game clock here at the end of the first period. 20 on the shot clock now. Taylor, entry pass goes into Kirienko, and she was bumped underneath by Lange, and that's going to be 3 on Lange. And that is the 5th foul, so Kirienko, a 66% free throw shooter, will be at the line for a pair. Makes the first one. Alexis Thomas has to come back in for Lange with those 3 fouls. Kirienko with the second, makes it. 22.5 seconds to go in the period. It's 16-14 Huskies. As Orr up front to Fisher. This is Bosic on the wing. Now driving in is Orr. Her shot is no good, but she gets it to Thomas. And ties it at 16. Long shot at the buzzer is no good, and we've reached the end of the first period. 16-all is our score. The Huskies and the Sugar Bears here at Sharp Gym. You're listening to Husky Basketball on the Huskies Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my groups.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast in a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
16-all, the Huskies and UCA here at Sharp Gym, and UCA will have the ball to start the second period. Huskies shot 33% from the field in that period, while UCA shot 50%. Goodner inbounds the ball to Camry, and keep her off of our crowd mic there, will be fine. Bosic, entry pass goes to Thomas, working against Kirienko. Turnaround shot's no good, and Nika gets the rebound. Long pass comes down to Calver. She'll drive against Bosic. Shot off the glass is no good, and Calver gets the rebound. Her second shot is no good, and now the ball comes down to Thomas, and UCA will bring it back the other way. Or stopped. And we're set up again. The Huskies have been in the man-to-man defense the whole time. Goodner gets it over to Bosic. She drives in the corner. This is Fisher driving in. Her shot's no good. Huskies may have gotten a piece of it, and HBU with a rebound. Calver with the layup. Good assist there by Valdez Crater. Good court vision. Huskies up 18-16. 8:50 to go in the half. Orr. Nice pass underneath to Thomas. And we're tied again at 18. Fourth tie of the game. Here's Kirienko driving in. Layup won't fall, and UCA gets the rebound. Here's a just inside the arc. Shot put up by Fisher, but the Huskies get that rebound. Valdez-Crater holds a finger up. Actually, that's a thumb, I guess. And she drives in, puts up a shot, and it's good, and she was fouled. Boy, it went high, and she'll have a chance for her second conventional three-point play. Fisher's charged with her second foul. That's the first team foul of the period. Megan at the line. Kennedy comes back in. Fisher sat down. And free throw is no good, but we have had a lane violation against UCA. So what you saw didn't happen. This time it's, well, not much better. Thomas gets the rebound off the floor. UCA with the ball. Bosic swings it over to Goodner. Back over to Kennedy. She'll drive down the side of the lane. Shot's no good, but a foul's going to be called, I think, on Cole Morgan. That's her second, the first team foul of the period against HBU. And at the line will be Kennedy. Her first free throw attempt. She's a 70% free throw shooter. That figure will go up. Amanda Johnson back in, and Cole Morgan's going to sit down. Second free throw is good, and we have our fifth tie. Kennedy now with 4 points. Amanda Johnson driving, puts up a shot just inside the arc. It's no good, and the rebound comes down to Orr. Kennedy to Goodner. Goodner hands off to Bosic inside the arc. She thought about a shot. Here's Orr. Here's a three, and it's no good. And Thomas gets the rebound. It's going to be off of her as she and Kirienko pile into the front row. Kennedy Collins back in, and Kirienko sits down. A little help back here. And Valdez-Crater drives in. Here's Kennedy Collins. 4 on the shot clock. Kennedy kind of threw one up, and it goes in. Collins with 4 ties it at 22. On the baseline. Oh, nice pass underneath from Fisher to Kennedy. 24-22 UCA. 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Collins. And a travel called against Kennedy. We're going to do some housework here at the end of the half. Try to get our table, make sure we are still on the air. Are you okay, Mario? Okay. 5:15 to go. UCA trying to build on a 2-point lead as Orr puts it up and in. Orr's first points of the period, but she's got 12, and it's a 26-22 UCA lead, the Sugar Bears' largest lead. Valdez Crater directing traffic underneath, tried to get Calver on the other side. Collins at the high post to Valdez Crater. And another foul on Collins as she rolled before she should have. And that is the second foul on Kennedy Collins. And we should have a media timeout here. Hold it. Yep, there we go. 4:46 to go in the half, and UCA with a 26-22 lead over the Huskies. You're listening to Husky Basketball over the Husky Sports Network.
You can always count on Houston Federal Credit Union to be there for you, because once a member, always a member. Take advantage of all their products and services to help you in all your financial milestones, such as purchasing your first car, planning your dream wedding, buying a home, and planning for retirement. Stop by any of their convenient locations or visit their website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
Run with UA Map My Run. With your UA connected footwear, you can leave your phone behind. However, if you choose to run with it, the UA Map My Run app will give map views of your route and a deeper look at your workout with additional stats.
We are Under Armour. The future is ours!
Under Armour.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
4:46 to go in the first half. UCA has opened up a 4-point lead, and the Sugar Bears will have the ball once again. As Orr brings it down, Huskies just 3 of 7 from the field in this period, while UCA is 4 of 9. Kennedy to Fisher, and the shot up off the glass by Fisher is Kennedy, that is. 28-22 the score now as UCA leads by 6. Sophie Taylor thought about a 3, now puts up a shot, or gets it to Karyenko. She turns around, and they call a 3-second violation on her. Ooh. Alexis Thomas back in, and Lanny Fisher sits down, UCA. .60 run by UCA has opened it up here as you approach the 4-minute mark, as Orr drives into the lane and puts it up and in. She's got 14, and the run is 8-0 right now by UCA. Amanda Johnson from the wing. Underneath to Karyenko, and her shot is good. Ika, first field goal. That stops the bleeding momentarily. 30-24 UCA, 3:35 to go in the half. Orr in the free throw line. There's a shot, no good, but Brian Morrow was in my way. Megan Valdez Crater's first foul. That's the third team foul against the Huskies, but a shooting foul will put Orr at the line. She's 1 of 2 from the line today. UCA just 5 of 8, and now make it 6 of 9. 15 points from Orr. She is just 1 off her season average. Calver's going to sit down. Guarda's going to come back in. Talk to our pregame. You see that Bria Johnson and Takara Wade not available tonight. Both free throws are good, and Orr has matched her season average here in the first half. She's got half of UCA's points, and the Sugar Bears lead 32-24. Taylor across the timeline. High post is Guarda. Over her head, and she's charged with a double dribble as Alexis Thomas put pressure on her. That is turnover number 10 against the Huskies. Shea Johnson back in the game, running the point now. Guarded by Taylor. Steps back. Here's Kennedy, and her shot swatted away by Kirienko, but Kirienko got more than just a hand. Kirienko's first foul, that's the fourth team foul against Nika. But shooting two is Kennedy. She's now 3 of 3 from the line today. And make it 4 of 4. She's got 8, and it's a 10-point UCA lead, 34-24, 2:49 left in the half. Guarda at the high post, turns around inside to Kirienko, and she can't get it to fall. Huskies just having some problems here in this half, trying to get the ball in the hole. Bosic just outside the arc. She'll try a three anyhow, and it goes. Bosic's first field goal, and it's a three-pointer, 37. Well, actually, it's just a 2, I guess. 36-24. Valdez Crater guarded by Johnson, and she throws it away. Try to get it inside to Guarda, went over her head. UCA on a 14-2 run. After our last tie at 22, it's 36-24, less than 2 to go. Motion. Here is Johnson. Jump shot from the side is no good, and Valdez Crater with the rebound. There's Kirienko hitting the deck. Taylor will try a three. It's short. Valdez Crater gets the long rebound. Huskies 0 for 4, 3-pointers. And a foul against UCA. Shea Johnson called for the foul. That is her second. Third against the Sugar Bears in the period. Guarda's jump shot is no good. Minute 10 to go. Ward working over the screen from Goodner. Now here is Thomas underneath. Shot off the glass and in. Thomas has 7, 38-24, 53 seconds to go in the half. Guarda at the high post. Looks for a cutter underneath to Kirienko. Shot off the glass and in. Nika's got the Huskies' last 2 field goals. 38-26, 35 seconds left in the first half. Orr driving down, steps back. Now drives in again. This is Bosic. And loose ball picked up by Goodner. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Thomas underneath. It won't fall. And Thomas got the rebound and put it in. Huskies tipping it around, not grabbing it. Now Taylor will shoot a three and goes up into the cheap seats. Tough second period for the Huskies after a very close first quarter, tied at 16, but UCA has run away with it here in the second period. 40-26 is our halftime score, UCA with the lead. You're listening to Husky Basketball powered by DNA Studios.
Firehouse Subs was founded by two firefighters over 20 years ago. And once a firefighter, always a firefighter. So they've seen to it that a portion of your purchase at all U.S. Firehouse Subs locations now goes toward providing life-saving equipment for first responders. And one more thing, they make awesome subs.
Now get any of our 10 specialty subs in a new small size, each under 500 calories. Big flavor, small subs, starting at $3.99. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers. Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Hermann. Breakthroughs every day.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, two peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man, and the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast. I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir. Why do you want to work at Jimmy John's, kid? I'm perfect for Jimmy John's. Doing what? Delivery. Delivery? Delivery. We deliver pretty fast here at Jim John's. That's what I heard. What'd you hear? You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's. Then you heard right. I'm a fast study, sir. You know the Jim John's slogan? The Jimmy John's slogan? Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak. Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir. When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast. Then I'm your man, sir. How so? Because I'm fast. Fast at what? Fast at everything. Can you deliver fast? I can deliver fast. How fast? I can run a 440 and 220. Minutes? No seconds. That's fast. You deliver before? I delivered newspapers before. Were you fast? Very fast. How fast? People got tomorrow's paper today. That's fast. So do I have the job? Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker? I can get your references. When? Now. These are good references. Thank you. But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast. More than fast? You gotta be polite. Fast and polite? Fast and polite. I can do fast and polite. Okay, give me some time to think it over. Okay. Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start? Now. Now it's good. What's your name, kid? Stefan Avalopoulos. Too long. How about Ed? That's fine. Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
Rolling up on a cheap price feels good, but cheap comes with risk. Heart surgeons, pilots, no one hires a cheap one of them. Fact is, certain things must be done right. Installing electricity in Houston schools and hospitals needs to be built with manpower that spent 10,000 hours training to do their job. So for heart surgeons to do their job, we must do ours. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Anyone can get you ready. Holiday Inn Express gets you the readiest. Because ready gives a pep talk. Showtime. But the readiest gives a pep rally.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Looking at the halftime stats, if you could see one thing that caused this big outburst by UCA, and they had 0 turnovers in the second period. They had 7 in the first quarter and none in the second for their total of 7 for the half. Our halftime stats, Huskies shooting 39%, or 36% for the game. They actually had a better shooting percentage in the second period, but just 5 of 13. Huskies have not made a three-pointer tonight. They're 0 of 4, and they're 6 of 8 from the free throw line. UCA shooting 54% for the game, 15 of 28. They were 9 of 16 in that second period. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range, but they are 9 of 12 from the line. Rebounds are equal at 16 each. And the Huskies' leading scorer in the game right now is Megan Valdez-Crater. She's got 9 points, but then it drops down to Veronica Kirienko with 6. 4 from Kennedy Collins, 2 from Amanda Johnson, 2 from Lauren Calver, 2 from Taylor Colmorgan, 1 from Sophie Taylor, and Natalia Guarda and Julia Viakovic played but did not score in the first period. The Huskies total of 26. Leading rebound for the Huskies, Kirienko's got 4 and Valdez-Crater has 4. UCA has been led by 2 different players. Camry Orr with 16. That is just over her season average. Entered at 15.9. She's at 16 points here in the first half. Alana Kennedy had 10 points. Alexis Thomas with 9. 3 from Alani Fisher, 2 from Antonia Bosic. And Hannah Lange bothered with 3 fouls in the first half, did not score. Maddie Goodner, another starter, did not score. And Hudspeth and Shea Johnson in short minutes off the bench also did not score. Rebounds were even at 16 total. The leading rebounder for the Sugar Bears is Camry Orr with 4. But the big difference, no turnovers in the second period for UCA. As we mentioned, this is one of 6 games tonight in the Southland. Let's give you a rundown of what's happening elsewhere. About 4 minutes to go in the game. Abilene Christian leading Nichols 71-62. Of course, Nichols will be here on Saturday afternoon. Stephen F. at McNeese, and the Lady Jacks having their way with the Cowgirls 66-27 with about 5.5 minutes to go in the third period. Over in Natchitoches, Lamar leading Northwestern State 63-44 with 4:20 to go in the third period. Up in Huntsville tonight with 6 minutes to go in the third, Sam Houston State leading Corpus 35-31. And over in San Antonio, Incarnate Word with a 4-point lead over Southeastern Louisiana, 39-35, and that's with just under 8 minutes to go in the third period. I mentioned the Husky men tonight playing UCA up in Conway. Let's get that update. And the Huskies with a halftime lead over UCA, 41-31 is that score. HBU leading by 10. That's the men's game. Here, the women's game, the Huskies down 14. They had 6 ties, 6 lead changes in the first half, but after a 22-22 tie, the Sugar Bears ran off and hid from the Huskies over the last 6 or 7 minutes of the first half. 40-26 our score at the break. We'll come back with second half coming up. This is Husky basketball on the Husky Sports Network.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
At Raising Cane's, we know lots of people want the recipe for our delicious cane sauce, but we'll take the secret to our graves. You know, our founder, Todd Graves. He's the guy who figured out which blend of spices makes every drop of sauce totally tasty. Of course, it helps that our cane sauce is made fresh every single day, no matter what. And Todd's also the guy who won't spill his secret recipe. But you can dip in it all you like. Raising Cane's, one love.
Coming to you in Living Cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Under Armour.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Your heart sounds good, Daddy.
Regular checkups are good for many things.
No tumors. Uh-oh. Your colon sounds funny.
But they can't detect everything. At the Memorial Hermann Wellness Institute, get a full body scan, heart scan, or virtual colonoscopy to help you find problems early enough to do something about them.
I'm glad you're okay, Daddy.
Schedule your scan today. Call 713-222-CARE. Memorial Hermann, for your whole life.
Going to school at Houston Baptist University was an excellent choice. As the official credit union of HBU, Houston Federal Credit Union is focused on helping you to continue to make great choices. HFCU will meet all your financial needs by providing the personal attention and variety of services you deserve. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Both teams back out on the floor getting ready for the second half. As UCA with a 40-26 lead over HBU after 20 minutes of play. Let's see if the Huskies can work their way back into it. A very competitive game in the first period with 3 ties and 5 lead changes. There were 3 ties in the second half, or the second period, but just 1 lead change. As both teams now back at their huddles getting ready for the last 20 minutes of play. Next Saturday, the Huskies hosting Nichols. That's a 2 o'clock start here at Sharp. Their next road game is next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, against Northwestern State up in Natchitoches, while UCA has Saturday off. Their next game will be in Conway next Wednesday against McNeese. Starting the second half, let's see, here is Amanda Johnson, Valdez Crater, Kirienko. Marilyn Nzoiwu will be at her first action. Marilyn, a 6'3" freshman from Cedar Ridge High School in Round Rock, 3 points, 3 rebounds a game, will come in. Sophie Taylor also. Johnson, Valdez Crater, Kirienko, Nzoiwu, and Taylor. Alexis Thomas, Lanny Fisher, Camry Orr, Maddie Goodner, and Alana Kennedy, the 5 out for UCA. Huskies with the ball first on the alternating possession. There's a turnaround shot put up and in by Taylor. That's her first field goal of the game, and it's 40-28. Or working against the Huskies man-to-man. This is Goodner from just inside the arc. Her shot is good, and that's her first field goal of the game. 42-28. Valdez Crater gets it to Nzoiwu on the wing. There is Taylor at the high post. She'll drive in. The ball's tipped away, and Camry Orr will pick it up for UCA. A turnover for the Huskies, that's number 12. And UCA will run the offense now. Or guarded by Johnson. Thomas in the near corner. Underneath, shot's no good. And Valdez Crater fights Orr for the rebound, and Valdez Crater cannot get the shot to fall, and Nzoiwu got the rebound just inside the arc. Field goal put up and in by Taylor. So Taylor's got 5 now. Deficit now 12, 42-30. As Orr slows it down up front. Kennedy swings it back around. This is Fisher now driving in, and what are they going to call? It's going to be an offensive foul against Kennedy. Oh, no. Looked like Kurt Overton was ready to call a foul, and Jennifer White says, I think, 3 seconds, what they ended up with. That's the first turnover since the first period. Here's Kirienko inside. Off the glass, no good. Orr on the drive. Good pass to Fisher. She's got 4 now. Valdez Crater with a lot of sand signals, but not that much movement. And Zoiwu gets a rebound, or gets a shot off inside on the good assist by Kirienko. 44-32, 7:20 to go in the period. Or at the wing. It's tipped by Johnson with a drive by Kennedy. Hands off and out of bounds off the Sugar Bears. So a couple of turnovers here in the early going of the third period. Valdez-Crater calling the signals. Johnson on the wing. And Zoiwu at the high post. Valdez-Crater turns and is fouled. And she's going to shoot a pair. Lana Fisher's third foul, and that's the first against the Sugar Bears in the period. And Valdez-Crater, who was 1 for 2 from the line in the first half, will shoot a pair. First one does not go. Antonia Bosic comes in, and sitting down is Fisher. So Valdez-Crater, who's a 67% free throw shooter, is now 2 of 4 in the game. But she's in double figures with 10. This is her 14th time this year in the Huskies' 21 games that she's scored in double figures. Or directing traffic. Kennedy to Thomas underneath, and her shot is good. So she's got 11. 13-point lead for UCA. As Taylor drives the baseline, kicks it out to Valdez-Crater. She'll try a three, and that's the Huskies' first of the game. So it's a 10-point deficit now. UCA leading by 10, 46-36. Turnaround jump shot is no good by Kennedy. But her second shot of the possession is no good. It's off the Huskies. Shea Johnson comes in. Goodner sits down. And also in, Lanke's going to come back in with her 3 fouls, and Thomas is going to sit down. Shea Johnson inbounds to Camry Orr. They swing it around. Lange with the ball over her head to Bosic. Now they're going to restart it with Johnson running the point. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Lange with a jump shot. Inside the arc. Shot's good. Lange's got her first field goal. 48-36 is our score. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Entry pass. There is Nzoiwu on a good pass from Kirienko. Nzoiwu with 4. Back to a 10-point UCA lead, 48-38. Shea Johnson gets the signals from Sandra Rushing to start this offensive possession. Lange hands it off to Orr. She drives against Johnson, and there is a foul on the floor. And the foul's going to be Amanda Johnson with her second foul, but that's the first foul against the Huskies in the period. Taylor Colmorgan comes in. Kirienko sits down for HBU. And the entry pass goes into the scorer's table. So the Huskies, nobody touched it, so the Huskies have to inbound 94 feet away. No pressure put on by UCA, so Valdez-Crater will bring it across where she is picked up by Johnson. Here is Amanda Johnson with the ball, and Zoiwu up front. Now to Valdez-Crater, to Sophie Taylor. Sophie hounded by Orr. Here's Valdez-Crater to Nzoiwu. Now Sophie to Colmargan underneath from the lane. Jump shot is no good. And Zoiwu skies for the rebound, and the foul's going to be on UCA. Foul, I think, on Johnson. 4:36 to go in the third period, so we'll have our media timeout. We'll straighten it out when we come back. 10-point lead for UCA, 48-38 with 4:36 left in the third on the Husky Sports Network.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
If Raising Cane's one love was rock music, they would rock harder than any rock band ever. Their tours would sell out before they were announced. Their backstage parties would be the stuff of legend, attended by unicorns and the head of Louis XIV. Hotel rooms would trash themselves out of respect. But Raising Cane's one love isn't rock music. It's making the perfect chicken finger meal every single time. Raising Cane's one love.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Huskies have outscored UCA 12-8 in this period by shooting 5 of 8 from the field. They're now at 42%. That foul was on the floor. The Huskies inbound the ball underneath their own basket. And Zoiwu gets it from Taylor. Now she drives in, but the ball is tipped out of bounds by Orr. And for some reason, they're going to give it to UCA. Well, not sure what that was about. It looked like Orr tipped it away, and Donna Finney's kind of resigned to the fact. Here's Orr with a jump shot underneath, and Taylor gets the rebound for HBU as Amanda Johnson on the break. Here's Valdez Crater. Gets it to Colmargan underneath. Her shot is no good. And on the floor, who's going to get it? It's going to say off of Valdez Crater, and we almost had another collision down here. Orr running the point, gets it over the timeline. Goodner back in after that timeout. Here is Lange, a little shuffle there. Alexis Thomas back in, shot no good, and I think Nzoiwu may have had a piece of that one. Back the other way, 3:45 to go. The Huskies trying to get the deficit down underneath 10 as Amanda Johnson gets it to Nzoiwu. She wants to get it inside, instead has to kick it over to Valdez Crater. And here's Sophie, and Sophie Taylor is fouled as she went up, so she'll shoot a pair. The foul before that break was on Shea Johnson, so that was her third. So she is seated again. Orr's first foul. That's the third team foul against UCA, but Huskies not shooting free throws very well. Taylor now just 1 of 3 from the line in this game. She came in as a 72% free throw shooter. As a team, the Huskies now 7 of 10, now 8 of 11. Second one's good. Taylor with 6, so it is underneath 10 now. It's 48-39 with 3:25 left in the third. Goodner to Bosic. Thomas way out away from the basket. Now Goodner. She drives the baseline. And Colmargan picks up the loose ball. Outlet pass to Taylor across the timeline. And she drives in. Has to give it back to Colmargan, who'll try a three. It's no good. And Lange gets the rebound for UCA. Not sure that was a very wise decision there on that three-pointer, but she was wide open. Or walking it over to the wing. Wants to get it into Thomas. But guarded pretty well. And now we have a timeout called by Sandra Rushing. So we'll break it with her. 2:38 left in the third period. 48-39 our score. The Huskies trail by 9 on the Husky Sports Network.
Do you know how fast you were going, son?
Call me Ed.
Do you know how fast you were going, Ed?
You mean exactly?
Yes, exactly.
No, not exactly. How fast?
Fast.
Faster?
You were going very fast.
Fast is my job, officer.
Fast is your job?
Yes, sir.
What kind of job?
I deliver, sir.
What do you deliver?
The world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
I thought Jimmy John's had the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
Jimmy John's does have the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
So you deliver for Jimmy John's?
I deliver for Jimmy John's.
So do you always deliver fast?
I always deliver fast.
How fast?
I deliver subs so fast you'll freak.
It's not smart to freak a cop, son.
You didn't order Jimmy John's sub, sir.
So if I did order a Jimmy John's sub, when would I get it?
Now.
What if I don't want it now?
Then call later.
Or I could pick it up myself.
Or you can pick it up yourself.
Because I'm pretty fast, too.
I'm sure you are, sir.
Very fast.
I believe you, sir.
Faster than you.
No way, sir.
Way faster.
In your dreams.
You dissing me, son?
No, sir, I'm polite.
Fast and polite?
Very polite and very, very fast.
Is that a challenge, son?
No, sir, it's a fact.
Let's burn rubber, kid.
It wouldn't be fair.
Why not?
You've got a fully blown V8 Camaro with slicks and headers.
So?
I've got a 10-speed bike.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
2:38 to go in the third period. The Huskies have pulled to within 9. It's 48-39. HBU's shooting just under 40% from the field, just 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, 8 of 12 in free throws, while UCA shooting 51%. They are 1 of 4 from three-point range, 9 of 12. And now we've got a discussion over at the scorers table. Kurt Overton having a discussion with Kevin on the official book. So whatever the question was, we're okay now as UCA inbounds the ball. Thomas on the give and go to Orr, but Orr comes around. Shot is short. Thomas gets the rebound, though, and we have a foul, I think, against Cole Morgan underneath. And that will be the third foul on Taylor Cole Morgan. That is her third, but a second team foul against the Huskies in the period. Alexis Thomas makes the first of 2. She's now 2 of 3 from the line tonight. She's got 12. Kennedy Collins in, Cole Morgan down for HBU, and also, well, Thomas is going to be out if she makes the second one. And she doesn't. Kennedy Collins gets the rebound. 49-39, 2:25 left in the third period. As Valdez Crater to Amanda Johnson on the wing, guarded by Bosic. Up front to Kennedy Collins. She swings it over to Valdez Crater. Entry pass goes into Sophie Taylor, and she gets the layup. Sophie with 8, 7 in this period, and 49-41 is our score. Or gets it over to Lange. This is Bosic driving in. Thomas back to Lange. Her jump shot is good. Lange with 4, 51-41. A minute 40 left in the period. Amanda Johnson on the wing. Up front to Kennedy Collins. Swinging around once again to Valdez Crater. Here's Kennedy. She'll try a 3. Does not draw iron. Finally, coming in, Alana Kennedy is able to get in the game, and Alexis Thomas sits down. Also, Eleni Fisher in, and Lange sits down. Minute 20 left. It's back to a 10-point UCA advantage. Well, Laura looks like almost travel there. She's got the ball on the wing. Gets it back out. Here's the 3 put up, and that's an air ball. On the side, on the baseline, here comes Taylor. Johnson with the three. Good. Amanda's got 5 now. 51-44 our score. 45 seconds left in the period. As Camry holds up. Have a chance to get a 2-for-1 here. Camry will shoot a long three. It's no good. But coming back in for the rebound and missing was Fisher. Huskies with the ball. Here is Valdez Crater. Gets into Amanda Johnson. Her layup is good. Amanda's got 7 now, and it's a 5-point UCA lead. 12 seconds left. Shot clock off. Camry up front. Wants Kennedy to get out of the way. Here's Orr with the shot, no good. And rebound underneath, and Nzoiwu gets it. But nothing going on at the end of the period, and the Huskies have pulled back to within 5 with 10 minutes to go. Our score, UCA 51, HBU 46 after 3 on the Husky Sports Network.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
At Shipley Donut.
Sorry about Shipley. Huskies outscore the Sugar Bears 20-11 in that period. And it's a 5-point UCA lead. They'll have first opportunity to build on that as Goodner will inbound to Orr. And the fourth quarter is underway. Here's Orr driving in, and we're going to have a foul on Taylor. Kind of a bailout call there as Orr pretty much lost control. Sophie's first foul, the first foul against the Huskies in the period. On the floor, no shots. Orr inbounds. Fisher out front. Excuse me. 20 on the shot clock. Orr swings it back out to Bosic. She kicks it over in the corner. That is Goodner with the three. 54-46. UCA. 9:20 left in the game. A little miscommunication there, looked like, as Taylor and Valdez weren't on the same page. And now an offensive foul underneath. It's going to be called on Nzoiwu. Maryland's first foul, but the turnover gives UCA the ball back as we approach 9 minutes to go in the game. Sugar Bears with an 8-point lead. Orr driving in, kicks it back out. Bosic will try a three. Good. Bosic with her first three-pointer. She's got 5, and it's back to double digits, 57-46. A 5-0 run for UCA beginning this period. Valdez Crater gets it over to Amanda Johnson. High post. 3 put up, short. Valdez Crater and Nzoiwu got the rebound, and the handoff is mishandled, and Bosic stole it away. 57-46. The Huskies down 11. Here is Orr at the wing. This is Fisher driving in. Shot no good. She's blocked. And a foul underneath. Probably on Kennedy Collins, it is. That is her third, the third team foul against HBU, but going to the line will be Fisher. Atlanta Fisher 1 for 2 at the line today. And she makes the first one. On the season, UCA, a 68% foul shooting team. Both of them are good. Fisher now with 6 points. But today, much better. 12 of 16. 59-46. It's an 8-0 run. And a turnover once again as Valdez Crater loses control. And quickly back the other way. The Huskies get back on defense. Fisher on the wing. Up front to Orr. She drives underneath. This is Kennedy with 2, and she has got 10. And now the Huskies trail by 15 on this 10-0 run by UCA. They pulled within 5 at the end of the third period, but UCA answers. There's the first points of the period by the Huskies, and Valdez Crater now has 15. 61-48. Under 7 left in the game. Orr has not scored in the second half. Drive by Kennedy and is fouled on the play. And Zoiwu's charged with her second foul. That's the fourth. And Kennedy back to the line where she's been perfect today. Kennedy has 10 points, Thomas 12, and Orr with 12. And the first one curls in. Better looking shot there now with 12. Kennedy gives UCA a 63-48 advantage. 6:40 to go. There's Taylor on the wing. Back up to Kennedy Collins. She thought about a 3. There's a drive by Valdez. No good. Offensive rebound by Nzoiwu. Here's Taylor in the wing. Entry pass goes to Nzoiwu. Turnaround shot is good. Maryland's got 6. 63-50, 6:10 to go. Or passes to Goodner, to Bosich, almost loses it. There is Fisher, swings it over to Goodner. There's Bosich in the corner. Skips it around to Kennedy. Her layup shot is good. Kennedy with 14, 65-50. Amanda Johnson inside to Kennedy Collins. She turns, drives in, layup's good. Kennedy with 6. 65-52. Goodner swings it around. Bosich. Back out to Fisher. Here's the 3 put up. No good. And Nzoiwu got the rebound for the Huskies. Under 5 minutes to go in the game now. We'll have a timeout on the next dead ball. Kennedy Collins' pass intended for Nzoiwu was too low, and it was easily tipped away. Kennedy looking for help. It was tipped out of bounds by Valdez Crater. Well, with 4:34, we'll break it right here. Central Arkansas leading the Huskies 65-52 with 4:34 left in the game. This is Huskies basketball on the Husky Sports Network.
Rolling up on a cheap price feels good, but cheap comes with risk. Heart surgeons, pilots, no one hires a cheap one of them. Fact is, certain things must be done right. Installing electricity in Houston schools and hospitals needs to be built with manpower that spent 10,000 hours training to do their job. So for heart surgeons to do their job, we must do ours. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Morning, egg white omelet. Sup, Lady Bacon.
Fruit.
There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
UCA with that 10-0 lead, or that 10-0 run starting this period, back to a 65-52 advantage. Huskies shooting just under 45% for the game, while UCA is now under 50% at 49%. Megan Valdez Crater, the only Husky in double figures with 15, 3 for UCA. Kennedy with 16, Camry Orr with 16, all of those in the first half, and Alexis Thomas now with 12. Orr gets the inbounds pass from Goodner. She drives around Johnson, back to Goodner. Skips it out front to Bosic. Now here's Orr with 5 on the shot clock. 3 put out from that wing, and it's good. Fisher with her first 3. 68-52, and that's the largest lead for UCA at 16. Taylor Colmorgan came back in. Kennedy Collins sat down. Tough shot by Valdez Crater. And the rebound comes back down to UCA. Orr drives in. This is Lange, who's playing with those 3 fouls that she picked up early and hasn't had one called in the second half. Lange, ball fake, gets it over to Bosic in the wing, and she puts a 3 up. So the timeout called by the Huskies with 3:33 to go. I think by the Huskies. And that's the first one called by Donna Finney. Donna tries to save as many as she can over the course of the game for use in the last minute of play. Quick look at what's happening over in up in Conway, Arkansas, the Ferris Center, and UCA's come back against the Huskies. Huskies led by 10 at the half, but it's a 63-57 advantage for HBU with about just over 6 minutes to go in the game up in Conway in the men's game. Saturday, the Huskies will host Nichols at 2 o'clock. The men will host Nichols at 7 here at Shaw. Amanda Johnson in front of the Husky bench. To Taylor Colmorgan underneath to Nzoiwu. Turnaround shots no good. And Orr had position, got the rebound. To Lange. The Huskies trying to put full court pressure on, but that's not still, well, almost tipped away. But Goodner was fouled, I think by Colmorgan. Yep. That is her 4th foul, coming with 3:08 to go. And that's the 5th against HBU. Goodner will be shooting free throws for the first time. And she makes the first one. Now with 6. As a team, they are 15 of 19 from the line, and now 15 of 20. Cole Morgan got the rebound long, 72-52 as the lead keeps growing. Amanda Johnson gets it into Cole Morgan at the high post. Looking for the right cutter. Now she drives in, and she was fouled on the floor. And that'll be the first foul against UCA in the fourth period. Fisher charged with her fourth foul as Amanda Johnson gets the ball on the baseline, drives in, puts up a jump shot that goes in. Amanda's got 9, 72-54, 2:35 to go. Huskies looked like they were going to try to trap, but couldn't get there in time as Orr comes in. There's a baseline shot up and in by Lange, who's got 6 all in the second half, 74-54. Valdez Crater over to Amanda Johnson. She puts up a 3. It's no good. And underneath, the rebound comes down to UCA. And quickly back the other way, and they're going to run a little bit of clock here with less than 2 minutes to go as Goodner has the ball out front near midcourt. Back to Orr, 14 on the shot clock. Orr drives in, puts up a layup shot, and that's her first point of the second half. She's got 18, 76-54, the minute 35 to go. Now there's Crater driving in, puts up a layup shot that will not fall, but it's a long rebound, comes back out to Valdez Crater. Taylor drives in, puts up a shot off the glass, no good. And Zoiwu got the rebound, and I think she was fouled underneath by both. No. Lange's charged with her fourth foul. That is the second foul in the period, but Nzoiwu, who has not been in the line very much this year. She's 5 of 10 on the season, and now 5 of 11. Huskies missed 8 of 13 from the line today. That is their first free throw attempt here in the fourth period. 76-54 our score with a minute 19 to go. And the free throw, this one's no good too. Cole Morgan over the back is going to be charged with her 5th foul. And Taylor's gone with a minute 17 to go. Cole Morgan ends up with just 2 points and 2 rebounds. Cole Morgan fouls out for the 4th time this year. She's the only Husky that's fouled out more than once all year. Fisher misses the first free throw back down the other end. And the second one is good, so she's got double figures with 10. The 4th Sugar Bear scoring in double figures tonight, 77-54. Valdez Crater, and now we're going to have a foul underneath. I think it's charged on Lange, and that's her 5th foul. Lange fouls out with a minute 8 to go. Ends up with 6 points and 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Johnson, turnaround, jump shot goes in, and Amanda with 11 points, 9 of those here in the second half. That is Amanda's 15th game in double figures, her 49th in double figures for her career. 77-56, 50 seconds to go in the game as the Huskies will drop their 3rd straight. And UCA will improve in their conference play. There's Orr to Goodner, and now a drive, baseline jump shot. Orr well, that's Shea Johnson, gets it back out. As Goodner goes to the wing. 19, about 5 seconds different on the game clock. As Kennedy driving in, 9 on the shot clock. 3 put up from the wing, and it's no good. And Nzoiwu gets the rebound with 6 seconds to go. And here goes Valdez Crater driving in, hits the bottom. That follow shot is good, but Nzoiwu, and that's going to be the game. Final score is UCA 77, HBU 58. Post-game show coming up here from Sharp. Huskies fall 77-58.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
Run with UA Map My Run. With your UA connected footwear, you can leave your phone behind. However, if you choose to run with it, the UA Map My Run app will give map views of your route and a deeper look at your workout with additional stats.
We are Under Armour. The future is ours!
Under Armour. At the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, we're dedicated to the dedicated, who lace up before sunrise, who don't let a hard hit keep them down, who want the ball when the game's on the line. So team up with the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute at Texas Medical Center, Memorial City, or the Woodlands, where our affiliated surgeons, specialists, and physical therapists offer all athletes the elite care they need to forge ahead.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Back here at Sharp Gym, 77-58, our final, joined now by head coach Donna Finney. Donna, first at the end of the first period, it was tied at 16. Second period, UCA does not commit a single turnover.
Yeah, that's incredible.
In the fourth period, you pulled back to within 5. And they don't commit a turnover in the fourth period either.
They executed so well. And, we didn't. At halftime, we talked about how we hadn't played any smart basketball in the first half. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times that we initiated our offense with Lauren on the wing, and we put her in the wrong position, and it wasn't her fault, but we went to her to come off a ball screen when that was the wrong side of the floor, and we ended up turning the ball over or taking a bad shot. We started our offense before people were in the right position so many times. We were so out of sync. We had no leadership tonight on the floor, and just really disappointed. I thought we got, I was talking to Kennedy Collins at the end of the game there, and I asked her, how frustrated are you that every single day in practice and every single game we play, you rotate. Her help rotation is incredible. She's one of the best help defenders that I've seen, but no one rotates behind her. And it happens every day in practice, and she gets on them, and it happened in the game tonight multiple times, particularly in the first half, but it happened 4 or 5 times in the second half too. And our guards just won't rotate down and help her, and we gave up so many points in the paint because we didn't rotate. And it's something we do every day. So, she's frustrated. I think she gives us everything she can on the floor, and I think we got great minutes from Marilyn today. And Marilyn only got a chance today because our other posts weren't finishing the ball in the paint, and she took her chance, and she had a great second half.
Marilyn was 2 points away from a double-double.
Yeah, I mean, she took her opportunity, and I said to her before the game started, Marilyn, when you go in, you have to give your team everything you've got because we need you tonight. And she didn't go in the first half, but she kept positive, and she gave us a lot in the second half.
10 rebounds, all in the second half. She played the complete second half.
Yeah.
Didn't come out.
At one of the timeouts, and there's another example, though. One of the timeouts I said, all right, we got to keep feeding her. She's scoring in the paint. She's not putting the ball on the floor. She's doing a great job of finishing. And we stopped passing the ball to her. And she's open, and it's like, we just didn't play smart basketball tonight.
Well, another thing that we've noticed is a problem that the Huskies have had over the last few weeks with in conference play is that you only got to the line 14 times, and UCA made 16. So that's not a good remedy.
We can't use the excuse that we were shorthanded, and it was obvious in the guard spot tonight we suffered, but we can't use that as an excuse, about how we play. And we didn't play the way that we prepared to play tonight. And that's really disappointing, And I think we had too many people today that were here, but they weren't present. And, you got to be present in order to contribute. And we had way too many that didn't contribute anything tonight.
We talked about in the pregame about Camry Orr being their go-to player. She had 16 in the first half.
Yeah.
And I guess we did a pretty good job on her, or was she not looking for her points in the second half?
If you look at her assists, though, Bill, she had 11 assists.
Yeah.
And that was where I go back to that rotation, because a lot of the time Kennedy was stepping across to help, and then no one helped Kennedy. And those assists came from a lot of dump downs to their post players, and we just didn't do a very good job of rotating. And it's something we talked about at halftime. We talked about it in each timeout, and it still didn't happen. So, like I said to them at halftime, it's their choice. If they want to win games, they're going to pay attention to detail. And when you don't pay attention to detail, you suffer on the scoreboard.
Well, you got a couple days to turn it around and get ready for Nichols, and just good luck. That's all I can say right now. Good luck. Let's get it.
These games, the frustrating thing is, if everybody shows up to play, we win these games. But like I say, we had way too many people that weren't present today. And, I said in practice the other day, if you don't want to be here, if you don't want to pull the jersey on, then don't be here. But this is a team game, and they owe it to their teammates to show up and play hard. And it's sad. It's really sad. It makes me feel sick, because there's so many people that would kill for this opportunity to play Division I basketball, and we have some people who take it for granted. And it's not okay. They're on scholarship. They need to be earning their scholarship.
Donna, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
We'll hope for better days. Take a look at our stats when we come back. This is Husky Basketball, powered by DNA Studios.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
Houston Federal Credit Union and Houston Baptist University have joined forces to put the howl back in your finances. HFCU offers several products and services such as auto loans, mortgages, and credit cards. And HFCU has a financial education program, Elevate, which is tailored to helping you increase your financial knowledge. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs.
Back when we were firemen, when it came to food, we said it better be something good and a lot of it.
That's what you get at Firehouse Subs. Take our hook and ladder sub. Smoked turkey breasts, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese, all steam heated and piled high on a toasted sub roll.
Our way beats their way. If you don't agree, it's free.
You're going to cover that, right?
My money's on the sub.
Love the confidence.
Firehouse Sub, founded by firemen.
Building Houston to compete on the world stage is what we do at the IBEW. It's important to us that Houston knows why we do what we do, not just what we do. Sure, we're the best electricians. We train 10,000 hours to be the best. But we get up early so Houston is built to compete. To be the best, hire the best. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor just isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir.
Why do you want to work at Jimmy John's, kid?
I'm perfect for Jimmy John's.
Doing what?
Delivery.
Delivery?
Delivery.
We deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
That's what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
Then you heard right.
I'm a fast study, sir.
You know the Jim John's slogan?
The Jimmy John's slogan?
Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak.
Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir.
When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast.
Then I'm your man, sir.
How so?
Because I'm fast.
Fast at what?
Fast at everything.
Can you deliver fast?
I can deliver fast.
How fast?
I can run a 440 and 220.
Minutes?
No seconds.
That's fast. You delivered before?
I delivered newspapers before.
Were you fast?
Very fast.
How fast?
People got tomorrow's paper today.
That's fast.
So do I have the job?
Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker?
I can get your references.
When?
Now.
These are good references.
Thank you.
But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast.
More than fast?
You gotta be polite.
Fast and polite.
Fast and polite.
I can do fast and polite.
Okay, give me some time to think it over.
Okay.
Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start?
Now.
Now's good. What's your name, kid?
Stefan Avalopoulos.
Too long. How about Ed?
Ed's fine.
Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Bill Cousins back with you at Sharp Gym. Let's take a look at our final stats tonight. Huskies ended up shooting not bad on the season. Coming in, they were a 39% field goal shooting team. Ended up shooting 43% from the field in this game, but just 2 of 10 from three-point range, 8 of 14 from the line. They were 2 of 6 in the second half, both from three-point range and from the free throw line. While UCA ended up shooting 51%, including 73%, 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth period. They were 4 of 6 from three-point range in that period. Ended up 5 of 11 in three-pointers for the game, and they were 16 of 22 from the line. Huskies' leading scorer was Megan Valdez-Crater with 15 points tonight. The only other Husky in double figures was Amanda Johnson with 11. Marilyn Nzoiwu came in with her best game in conference play. She had 8 points and 10 rebounds in the game, leading the Huskies in rebounding. 6 of those were on the offensive boards. 8 points from Sophie Taylor, 6 from Kennedy Collins, and then it drops down to 2 each from Taylor Colmorgan and Lauren Calver. And Natalia Guarda and Julia Viakovic played but did not score tonight for HBU. 4 players in double figures for Central Arkansas, led by Camry Orr with 18. She also had 11 assists in the game and 8 rebounds. Pretty good stat line for Orr. Then Alana Kennedy had 16 points. Alexis Thomas had 12 off the bench. Alani Fisher with 11. Then 8 from Antonia Bosic and 6 each from Hannah Lange before fouling out. She had foul problems the whole game. Maddie Goodner with 6 points in the second half, too. Carly Hudspeth and Shea Johnson, short minutes, did not score. Central Arkansas now improves to 10-12 on the season. They are 5-7 in Southland Conference play, while the Huskies fall to 7-14 overall and 2-9 in conference play. Let's take a look at other scores in the Southland here today, and everything else is, well, everything now is final. Abilene Christian with a 10-point win at home over Nichols, 76-66. Stephen F. Austin, easy win at Lake Charles today against McNeese, 97-48 was that final. Lamar with an easy win at Natchitoches over Northwestern State, 94-70. Sam Houston State squeaked by Texas A&M Corpus Christi, 61-59. And Incarnate Word with a tough win at home over Southeastern Louisiana, 76-69. Well, the Huskies men's team comes back. They were up by 10 at the half, and they were tied at 71, but ended up with a 75-71 win at the Fair Center up in Conway tonight. So the Huskies men come up with a win, but the women can't. Final notes coming up after this.
Here's a toast to all you Caniacs. You are ever faithful aficionados of premium, fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers from Raising Cane's. Keen connoisseurs of Cane's crispy, extra-long, premium crinkle-cut fries. You who are dedicated to the made-fresh daily cane sauce that twirls tongues in a tastefully tangy tango. Topped off with a little slice of heaven from the goodness of the griddle. We toast you all from Raising Cane's. One love.
Astronauts, August 14th will be a day to remember. 10, 9.
August 14th? That's my anniversary. 6, I gotta go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Houston? Did anyone stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night?
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast in a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
That about wraps it up here from Sharp, where the Huskies drop to 2-9 in conference play, falling to UCA tonight, 77-58. I'm Bill Cousins. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, if not the outcome of tonight's game, and I hope you'll join Lonnie King Saturday afternoon when the Huskies take on the Nichols Lady Colonels here at Sharp, trying to get back on the winning ways again. Once again, our final score was UCA 77 and HBU 58. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to HBU Husky Sports on the DNA Husky Sports Network. These broadcasts are brought to you by the corporate partners of HBU Athletics, Houston Federal Credit Union, Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Marriott Houston West Chase, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John Subs, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. that's going to do it for now. But we thank you for being a part of this broadcast. And until we see you again down the road, so long and dogs up.